been doing no videos lately, but now I'm doing a video. And I'm gonna just be talking about items. Not items, but all CC items y'all need to actually know about. So first we're gonna start with uh, physical gods first. So let's start with anyone. You can pick any physical god on here. Now let's just talk about the CC items real quick. CCR, I meant. So, wait, hold up. Okay, so basically what I'm going to be talking about is just the CCR items, why these items will actually be good, and in some battles, like why you like in a Smite. So I'm going to say what each one does, and then I'm gonna explain like which everyone does. And then what I'm gonna do after that is read them. Okay, I'll read them. If I forgot how what it does, then I'm probably gonna read it. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna start with Bulwark of Hope. So basically, this is like a gap shield, because when you get like a certain low health, so I'm gonna just go over here and just read it a little bit. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna just say the passive says when you get to 30% health, you get a shield, and it's equaled to 150 plus 10 per player level per player for 20 seconds, but it can occur every 60 seconds, but it depends on how much cooldown you got on your build. So basically that's what that is, and it's a good magical protection item. Well, I'm just talking about CCR items. This one is a good item too. It has physical. Okay, look. So you should definitely look at the like magical protection or health, or like what it has, because you know it's crime control reduction. But if you look at 20% crime control reduction, and then you look over that, which it says plus 20 and 250 health, and then you see 60 magical protection, that's basically what you got. So you got about 60 magical protection so far, and you got 250 health. I don't know how much you have in early game without like just level 1, but once you level up, I think you level about 4 levels up. So it go by 4s if you're trying to level up. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and that's how it goes up. So that's what that item does. Lono's Mask is basically a defense item. You don't you gain defense, but you sacrifice damage. Remember that. You gain defense, but you don't have no damage. But gaining defense is actually a good thing. Only can be brought, and look at this. It says only can be brought by mages, hunters, and assassins. And I actually forgot about that a little bit. You know. So. So by mages, hunters, and assassins. So no guardians, no warriors, no guardians or no warriors can get this item. So that's basically what it does. And has 200 health. It has 35 physical protection and magical protection. And the ground control reduction is 20%, as you already know. You want to have some ground control reduction because all that CC that be going on, like people be stunning you, knocking you up, grabbing you, rooting you, and uh, throwing you. Now, like that CC, that's basically what CC is. If people doing tick damage, then CC too. So that's what that item does. It gains defense and sacrifice damage. So that's all you need to know. And right here, if you look down here, where the green is, has negative 25% damage taken, negative 25% damage dealt, negative 25% healing done. That means the ones that's red, that means the enemy is not going to do that to you. The enemy can't do that to you, but damage taken is the only one that's going to actually affect you, because you're taking the damage, which is actually gaining defense, having more defense. That's why that's green. Now, mystical mail, about 20% in crowd control reduction. You already know. 300 health, which is actually good. 40 physical protection. Has an area. All enemies within 25 units are dealt 40 magical damage per second. So this is the magical. It does magical damage, but it's a defense item. But it's actually good too. So only grab. Yeah. So that's basically what that does. It does 40 magical damage per second. It's actually a tick damage item. Only hunters grab. It's a 100 health item, and it has 60 magical protection. And it has 30 MP5. Like, this would be a good item for Kokolin. He needs a lot of MP5 just to do all that damage. But if he just like getting HP, he need HP just to get his regular form up to just have more health. But and it has 20% crowd control reduction. Yes, you already know this. All the items mostly only have 20% ground control reduction, but the only one that doesn't is oh, I guess all of them does. Okay. Passive for each enemy guy. Stop. You gain a stack of 3% damage mitigation. This caps at 3 stacks. So this is like for people who like to do mitigation. Like basically mitigation is tanking, like how much you tanking for, like how much tanking you did in the match. They have like these different things that show you like how much gold you have earned, how much gold you have attained, and then they show you like how much damage you taken, and then how much damage you dealt, and then it shows you your mitigation, and your mitigation is actually the most. Which is good, and this is not the only item that actually does mitigation. I'm not gonna get to that yet, but I'm gonna show y'all in a minute, because I got 3 items that I need to explain. Then I'll be to it. Then I'll be at it. For each enemy guy within. Yeah, so it caps at 3 stacks. So that's basically 9% of mitigation. Okay, and then for this one, it's basically it's actually easy. You can actually tell what it is. Physical and magical protections. You don't need to read the one that says every time you are damaged by a god. I mean, we already know that. but I'm still read it because I know y'all don't know. 3 physical and magical protections stacks up to 7 times. So basically, they're saying it stacks up 7 times. It lasts about 6 seconds. Oh, so they basically saying 3 times 7 is 21. So that's like 21 physical and magical protections you have when it stacks up to 7 times. I need you. That's basically what they're saying. Because basically what they're saying is it stacks up to 7 times. That means that 7 is going to become 3. Each 3 that you mentioned, that 7 is going to be. So it has to be 21. So that's 21 magical protection and 21 physical protection. So that's a good item like for guys that like to do a lot of damage. But remember, I'm just talking about items. So just remember that 21 has is physical and magical. And then it has 10 physical power, which is not a lot. It used to have 20. Uh, plus 100 health, plus 20% crowd control reduction, which every item in this crowd control thing has. This crowd control item base items that they have. Then it has 18% movement speed. And then, okay, so y'all already know what that item does now. Okay, so this is a magical protection item. It has 20, plus 20 MP5, plus 10% cooldown reduction, plus 20% ground control reduction. We already know that. Arena. Allied guys within 70 units have their attack speed increased by 20%. Yeah, so that's a real good item to use. So if you have a Gep, so because Gep is like he reduced your critical by actually 70 because he reduces it by 30 right now. But if you get this item, it will reduce it about 50. So if you like against a Mercury, this will be a good item to use because it's physical protection. And get this, you supposed to actually use this for when guys like Udoron, because he's the only crit mage in this game, so it's going to be actually hard to actually go against him because this item is physical protection. And it says this is about plus 70 physical protection. It has plus 300 in mana. It has plus 10 in MP5. It has plus 20% in ground control reduction. Yeah, so this item, it says critical strike bonus damage taken is decreased by 50%. So if anybody think they're gonna get like the crit bonus damage items, like what's the name? Like okay, so Deathbringer. So Deathbringer is like the crit bonus item that people mostly use, and I can show y'all proof right now. See, it says critical strike bonus damage dealt is increased by 30%, but it's 30%. This one is different. It doesn't have a crit bonus. It's just when you successfully hit an enemy gun, you'll subtract 6 seconds from all your abilities. So basically, with basic attacks on cooldown. except your ultimate ability. But your abilities, yeah, and your basic attacks. This effect only happens once every 5 seconds, and that's actually good. Um, yeah, it's not bonus either. But if you like getting a guy that has like bonus crit damage or bonus attack damage, you probably want to get crit like that bigger. Like Neith would be actually a good person to actually get it. Because whoever has bonus damage can actually get it. Can actually get the item they're supposed to get and whatnot. So the passive is critical strike bonus damage. If they have the bonus damage, if they have crit, then you get spectral armor. Just remember that. That's all you need to know. But watch out for Udaron. He will not be an easy target. Because Udaron does crit damage. And I mean, I can show y'all right now why he actually does. So, let me show y'all why he's the only crit mage on this game. So, it says it right here. It says this ability can critically hit and can provide stacks of overflowing divinity. So that's his first ability. But this one right here, he has 3 buffs. Actually. I didn't even know he had 3 buffs. This guy is packed with everything. This is not a crit ability. But his first one says it's a crit. Wait, hold up. Well, basically on his passive it says once he get about like 150 magical power from items, Udawan gains 15% critical hit chance and a further 1% per 10 magical power from items. Udawan's critical hits only deal 50% increased damage, which is actually a lot if they don't know that. Additionally, Udawan gains 5% in extra scaling on his basic attacks. So this one can actually hit somebody hard. And it says the critical hit chance cap is 70%. And it says critical hit chance 1% per 10 magical power from items. And this one doesn't do crit, but it's an ultimate, making everybody self buff from 30% faster, but enemy debuff from 40% slower. So that's basically what they're saying. But remember that his first ability and his buff does the damage. It depends on how much magical power you put into him. So it has to reach 150. So remember that. But anyway, let's go back to the person we was on, which is the Willets. Okay. Let's go back to the item we was on. Okay, Spirit Rope. Now, I told y'all that, what's the name? That someone else, that another item does damage mitigation. It's this one. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm just showing people how the items work. Yeah, I'm doing a stream on YouTube. Not that much. Of course, it's on YouTube, so ain't nobody gonna be playing. I just need to explain two more items and then I'll be ready. So basically, y'all, when I said two items, only two crown control items that does renegation is only hunters.
Nah, he's just explaining something for the stream or something.
hmm
We not again though.
And if you actually get two of these items, like Oni and Spirit, then you'll have about let me see. So you'll have about got three, no, like 25 mitigation, damage mitigation. If you have like two of these items in your build, but remember, only it stacks at three.
Yeah. Only used to be good, man, but then I started using different stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I use it sometimes if I'm going to go up against a guy that does like mitigation.
It's definitely a joust item.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I use Spirit of Roby too.
Spirit Road.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because it's a crown control item.
But I'm on your stream right now, and I don't see. Oh, I only see two people watching,
Yeah.
including me.
I mean, these are the only items I've been talking about.
But
Yo, I'm ready.
And it has about 40 physical and magical protection, which is actually a good thing. And the 10% cooldown reduction is pretty good. It's just 10%. Could be worse. 20% crown control reduction is good too. But you know, the thing is, 20% is for every item that's crown control. It's not going to change. And it occurs every 15 seconds, which is
How
not a
high can you
bad
get your
thing.
CDR on here? 60%?
we waiting for you, man.
Okay, I'm coming.
We started jungle practice or straight into a match?
Man, just started joust, man.
Yeah, just start the gels. I feel like playing the match right now.
Go push some kid shit in.
I actually got to put this broadcast off because, yeah, because I was only talking about CC items.